The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I am Matt.
And we have a podcast just for you. That's right. We made it with you in mind. So we really hope you like it. If you don't like any of the products in the reviews or you've never heard of them, well, I guess we just expected you to be more worldly. That's right. We look at internet reviews from places like Amazon, Kohl's.com,
Yes.
TripAdvisor.
IMDb.
I've been hitting that a lot lately. That one's a lot of fun. But yeah, you know the drill. We read the reviews, we talk about them, we eat the meat off the bone, so to speak, and then we go our separate ways for a little bit. I think that's about it. You want to start this week?
You know what? Yeah. It is at time of recording August 30th, which means summer is dead and so is fun and life. Just kidding. I love every season. Like, it's hard to say equally. I just really enjoy every season. I wish real life were like Animal Crossing or the calendars that they would put on the bulletin board in elementary school, where it's just like, you got a real taste of each season. But in any case, summer is dead. So I've got an Amazon review or two for the Fla-vor-ice popsicle variety pack of 1.5 ounce freezer bars, assorted flavors, 100 count. This is the kind that I always had. I know some people are like Otter Pop kids or whatever, but for me it was always the Fla-vor-ice brand.
No, I think that's my childhood as well. It's probably a regional thing.
Probably.
Oh yeah, Fla-vor-ice, absolutely.
I love just, for whatever reason, I think it was the grape that would always make me cough. Reasons unexplained. But hey, that's living. In any case, I got a review here from Rachel. Rachel titles her review "Horrible!" for exclamation points and writes, "One arrived with a hole in. The leak brought ants into my home. They were inside the box. They do not rip apart easy. I lost a total of 7 freeze pops. They made a huge mess. This took so much time pulling them apart, and some ripped during it. It squirted all over myself. I hope it doesn't stain my clothes. My body and hair are sticky. Lucky it wiped off my eyeglasses, door, cabinets, floor, and tub. I bought this to use as an end-of-the-year gift for my students and wanted to use the rest for their fun day. 1 star.
Let me construct this convenient story about ants attacking me from a different state, presumably. And also, let me list all the most expensive things in my bathroom and kitchen in that conveniently. And also my body, my face and hair. All wrapped up in a neat little package to aimed at completely the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's... there were some pictures attached to this review.
Sure.
And I know everyone says Alfred Hitchcock was great because the murder scene in Psycho is just so evocative. You don't need to see the knife stabbing into the lady. You don't even need to see that it was actually chocolate sauce, not blood, because the black and white imagery is so evocative. But tell me this picture is not evocative of what Rachel went through.
Oh my. It does look like a crime scene.
At first read of that review, like, why is she mentioning the tub? And for whatever reason, she decided to take these freezer pops to the tub to try and pull them apart, I guess.
I mean, how much are these? Like $1.50?
They are not expensive. If you got a couple that are a little worse for wear, heck, you you go to the Jewel Osco or any other grocery store, and these things are sitting outside just by the pallet.
Right.
For you to take home and chuck in the freezer. Why are you buying them on Amazon in the first place?
That's so true. What grocery store doesn't have like a 365-day, like grab as many as you can out this fucking reservoir sale on these bad boys?
It's like they took the same bin that the dollar DVDs are in at Walmart or Dollar Tree, and they just shoved a sack by sack of freezer pops in there. And you're like, oh man, freezer pops in a fun mesh bag? Yeah, I'm game.
I was just going to say, they be selling these in net bags. They ran out of boxes. They said, well, let's get some. I got some net bags I haven't used. They said, throw them in there.
I don't know what sort of trial Rachel, like, maybe the ants freaked her out so much that she's just like, this entire operation needs to move to the bathroom right now.
Right.
And she's falling, she's tumbling. It's like she's Charlie Chaplin or something. She's on roller skates, just rolling over the tubes.
Yeah. I think she's making a mountain out of an anthill a little bit.
I think she is. I do have another review of the Fla-vor-ice. This one's from Latte. Similar experience, I guess. They title their review, Leaking Everywhere. And right, the ice pops are great. They are the sweet little push pops that can be quite refreshing on hot days. The 1-star review is for the shipping/delivery. There were so many pops that were broken and leaked that everything is covered in sugar water. Please, look at the photos.
Please.
There's absolutely no way that a human being picked up this box of ice pops and did not realize that something was very wrong. There was no way that a human being took this box and put it on a truck for a delivery and did not realize that the box was wet. There was no way that the delivery driver carried this box to my front door and did not realize that everything was wet. What happened, Amazon? I just don't understand. 1 star.
This box of pop should have the effect of the One Ring upon you. You should pick it up and feel the weight of the world. All the colors should drain from your face.
Sort of vibrate in your hands as your soul sort of gets sucked out. There are 3 images. I figured this one tells enough of the story.
That's nothing. The homegirl with the ants had to deal with, man. That's a little sog on the box.
A little soggy, a little blue soggy. I'll give them that. It's not just soggy cardboard,
sure,
but blue soggy.
Yeah, maybe enough to run them through some vinegar or something before you put them in the freezer. But yeah, I think the Fla-vor-ice, they're just not shipment rated, man. They're one shipment to the store or to the warehouse. They can't handle more than that.
No, they're made to be shipped once and then put in net sacks.
Right. They can only reach highway speeds once or twice in their lifetime before they just start to disintegrate.
Sorry, them's the brakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're meant to be frozen. I'm sorry.
They're frozen, and I don't know. It's just like, they're so cheap that how can you expect quality at like any point? You're setting yourself up for failure if you're expecting like above and beyond at any point in your experience with this product.
Yeah.
You think Amazon's more worried about your like $2 fucking Fla-vor-ice shipment? Your 57-pound $2 Fla-vor-ice shipment than I don't know, like a TV.
Come on, you get 100 of these for $10 on Amazon.
Oh my God. That has to be one of the best deals on Amazon, if you could call it that.
I'm sure that's still an upcharge, yeah.
Because it's like, this is just sugar, water, and food coloring. It's the cheapest thing on the planet. You get water for free.
I'm looking at Jewel Osco here again. Maybe not everyone out there has a Jewel Osco near them like me in the glorious Midwest. But is this also a 100 count? This is 80. You can get for $3.99.
Holy, they blanked them. Get wrecked, Amazon. You don't have to pay shipping either. Yeah, you can get 1,000 of these for like $50, I bet.
Yeah, don't bother leaving the review. Just go out and get a million more.
Just get yourself a barrel, fill it with water, sugar, and food coloring. Put that in a walk-in freezer. You got a lick and suck for all summer right there. 1 barrel if you really want a deal.
Do you have a review?
Yeah. Since we're talking about sugar, I might as well just naturally go to this. From Amazon, we got the Jelly Belly sugar-free 8.27 ounce bag, official genuine, straight from the source.
Dude, let's go.
They fucking from the bean mines, dude. So this is it says sweetened with Splenda on the bag.
Okay, get bent, Splenda.
Miss R titles their review. There's a lot of reviews. William P writes made with maltitol. He lists some pros and cons. The cons being tastes like cardboard. No idea why it was made with maltitol when it causes gastrointestinal issues like bloating, gas, and diarrhea. And then he goes on, about the effects. Give it 2 stars. But we're here to read Miss R's review.
Boy,
so good, but they title it. This is all in caps. I don't, just with how she's writing, I don't know if let's see. I'm just gonna let the take come naturally. These are good, but beware of stomach cramping. They can cause if you eat more than a very small handful. I did not, and I was having cramps, and it wasn't a good feeling. However, if you eat the amount as it states on the package, which is about 4 servings in a bag, then you should have no problems. And next time I purchased these, I decided to mix them in with a large batch of air-popped corn and a few other add-ins like pretzels and whatnot. This way, you are not chowing down on an entire bag, as it is easy to do as they're tiny little candies. You can consume them without even realizing they're gone, and it's only a fairly small bag to begin with. 5 stars.
Yeah, that's every human being. We are just like horses and dogs. We don't know how much we're eating. Sorry, some of us have self-control.
Sometimes you just, eat a whole pan of brownies in a sitting.
Because they're small. You cut them small. They just
if you cut them small, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, I don't even know how many there are now. I can't count that high.
That's why you take those jelly beans, you put them in a ceramic bowl, and you microwave them into one big glob. And you just take little nibbles off that sucker.
Right, the nibble rule. If you see the whole blob, then you know that you just take a little nibble.
Or you gotta just play like mind games, mental math games. My mother does this. She's like, if we got M&Ms sitting out, she's like, I'll just have one of every color, and that's it.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know. I can't do that. If that sweet tooth hits, then I'm just like, let's go.
That's like a trick you play in your dog. Like that's like like human slow feeding.
Yeah. But I guess mixing it in with the popcorn and the pretzels.
That's mixing nitroglycerin with sawdust, brother. In my mind.
Yeah, kind of giving yourself a bit more ammunition.
Right. It's just fiber up, I guess, is good, You get that popped corn will clean you right out. In a different way, though, you're kind of waging a war on several different front, sort of pincer techniquing your intestines.
No. Yeah, maltitol. That is the same sugar replacement that the sugar-free gummy bears of review lore used as well. So
I thought I'd play the hits this week.
Oh man, if you want to live dangerously, you go for it.
Yeah, and what really hooks me about this review is she was saying she didn't. I guess having cramps and then diarrhea is worse, but like I ate a bunch of this and my stomach cramped severely, so I got some more and ate less in a sitting. That's like,
I just want to portion it out.
Right. That's just like, man, this
it's like paying a lease
E. coli
on your discomfort.
Yeah, it's like I love these so much. I got to build an immunity to their negative effects. I guess better with jelly beans than something else.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, E. coli, that would be like, this lettuce has been recalled, but I'll add some bacon and tomato and some mayonnaise and a toast.
Yeah.
A couple slices of bread.
Just cut it with some other food, and then it's not so bad.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
I'm severely allergic to peanuts, so I just, put a little peanut in my soup. One little piece of peanut in all my soup, and then I build immunity.
I'll be fine. Trust me.
Trust me, I'm strong. The jelly beans make me strong. No, this is terrifying. Terrifying view into someone's psyche. Do you have a review?
Yeah, as long as we're talking terrifying views into psyches and sugar-free products, as it were. I've got an Amazon review for Hershey's Zero Sugar Chocolate Syrup bottles. 17.5 ounce, 6 count. Holy mother of God. Unless you're having a party. Wow.
I need my chalky on deck.
Amazon user Debs titles their review, "Something's wrong with these bottles of chocolate syrup, ... And Debs writes, "Been using diet chocolate syrup for ages, including Hershey's. Really makes my life nicer. This carton of 6, though, seems to have a problem. There's a terrible taste that is impossible to get past. Tastes like a chemical or poison. If it had not been so long after purchase, I'd have returned the box. I'd have given it a -5 if I could have. 1 star."
This was like there was 3 more fucking boxes of the syrup in line before she got to that one. That one was in cold storage for a while because it's just terrifying to imagine you run out of your chalky milk.
Yeah, I gotta have it every day. After my walk around the neighborhood, nothing soothes me better than a clink, 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 clink. Oh, that spoon around the glass, yeah.
Yep. You get you drink it all, but you still got that doo-doo brown smear on the bottom of the glass. That's comfort to me.
Yeah. I don't know. Like that's making it better. At first, I was like, what's Debs doing with his chocolate syrup?
Well, yeah, makes
my life nicer. What? Excuse me? What?
Yeah, the nicest way to make your life nicer is chalky milk, but there is a darkness there. There could be hidden scariness. I mean, chocolate milk baths.
Ooh.
I guess just chocolate syrup baths. I really like the sort of noise of, a limb.
Blowing bubbles in a chocolate milk bath.
Actually, after I would need a regular bath after I did that. Now that
Probably, yeah. I'm kind of confused though. I went to Deb's profile, and they've got a review of bakery brown butter chocolate chip cookies by Bakery. And Debs is talking, they use real butter and brown sugar. That's right, they use real ingredients, real butter, real sugar. So why are you skimping on the chocolate syrup if you're so psyched about butter and sugar when it comes to cookies?
That's very true. She was talking all like this Miss Natural order. You think chocolate syrup's natural? It's the least natural thing mankind's created. There's probably not even any cocoa in it.
No, there probably are chemicals and potentially poison because you've apparently tasted that.
Yeah, it just sounds like the type of person who mainlines chocolate. Their obsession in life, their main hobby is like consumption of chocolate. Which I guess there's worse ways to spend your time, but
yeah, it just reminds me of the Grammy who loved the fudge so much. Sometimes that's just a whole vibe for a person.
Yeah, our president just likes eating double cheeseburgers. Just until it's just like an Ouroboros infinite loop of like cheeseburger through your gastrointestinal system. At any given time, I have 5 or 6 cheeseburgers in my system. I think we're going to take a break, get some chocolate milk or something.
Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Upon Further Review. Ooh, What's that? Oh, it's the original segment of this here podcast. It's where we look at something we thought we knew, we figure out how little we knew about that thing. And maybe some of you out there have seen this bounced around the internet or on a reel or a TikTok at some point, or like a Reddit post. I don't know. If you have, well, hey, this is an internet podcast. We talk about things on the internet. Get over it. Not everyone is as internet literate as you, me, or Mr. Smee.
Dupree.
Yeah. We're going to talk about some classical literature today. We're going to talk about some mythology, because we're going to talk about the word clue. You know what I'm getting at? Have you gone down this rabbit hole?
No, I'm not sure that I have.
Okay, well, Jinkies. We love Scooby-Doo. We love finding clues, don't we? Don't look now. You may find another clue. Right?
Absolutely.
We love Sherlock Holmes finding clues. We are just dandy. And how would you define a clue, Brent? Just you personally, off the top of your nog.
I guess it's a thing, like a object or an idea even, that clues you in, gives you information into a sort of greater web of information you're trying to put together. A piece of information that supports a hypothesis, perhaps.
Cool. Okay. What if I told you? We can trace this sucker of a term all the way back to the labyrinth of Greek mythology.
Really? They had clues in there?
They had a clue in there because, just because I like Greek mythology, let's talk about that whole sucker. So King Minos was like, I want to be king. Maybe he wasn't king yet. He's like, I want to be king. Hey, Poseidon, can you hook me up? And Poseidon's like, dang, dude, I got you. As long as you sacrifice this sick bull for me. It's white. It's pretty dope. But hey, I hook a brother up. And Minos is like, dang, but that bull pretty sick. I don't know if I'm going to kill that sick looking bull. And so he took just a regular old bull from his flock and killed that one instead. And you can't really pull the wool over the eyes of a god. And Poseidon's like, buddy, you're supposed to kill another bull. And since you didn't, your wife is going to fall in love with it now. So then Minos is like, all right, my wife's in love with this bull. And I guess she wants to have sex with it because this is Greek mythology. And he asks Daedalus, our guy, to build a fake bull, a fake cow that the wife can be inside so the bull can do the do. And then the wife gives birth to the half bull, half man Minotaur. Give us a snaps for cool minotaurs.
Yeah, it's unfortunate origins to that fellow, but different times.
Yeah. Also unfortunate is he's like kind of murderous and rampagey, and Minos is like, we gotta do something about this. Hey, Daedalus, remember how you made that fake cow lady for my wife to be inside? Can you also make a labyrinth to trap this bull man inside? And so that's what they did. Daedalus is like, man, I'm just making problems and making problems again, I guess.
Yeah, that's so true.
So apparently they would sort of like a Hunger Games-ish. They would send tributes into the labyrinth every 7 years or something like that.
Anything but go to therapy, that's never changed.
Like, man, this guy needs to eat, so every now and then we're gonna send in a new troop to get at. And on the third time, a young sucker named Theseus was drafted in. And
don't mess with him.
Don't matter who you are. I don't care if your name's Theseus or not. I don't care who you are. Your name got pulled from the lottery. You're going in there. But Minos' daughter Ariadne's like, but daddy, I love him. So she hooked him up with a ball of yarn. And the ball of yarn is what he used to go into the labyrinth, kill that sucker, and find his way out of the labyrinth again. Just so happens, years and years and years and centuries later, when a fellow named Chaucer was writing about the same story, he was writing a poem featuring heroic women and was telling the story of Ariadne, in Middle English or Old English, whichever it was, the term for a ball of yarn was a word spelled C-L-E-W-E, or just without that last W because spellings were all whack at that point. A clue. And the clue was what helped Theseus find his way out. And since people loved Chaucer so much, eventually they're like, a clue is a solution to a problem. A clue is something that helps you find your way out. A clue is something that once found will assist you.
So yeah, quite literally, whether it's placed by you or not, it's just like a thing that will assist you on a quest even. I dare say.
So
I'm a big Chaucer fan. How much do you know about Chaucer?
I wish I knew more. I want to do some reading.
A fun into Chaucer is A Knight's Tale.
Yes, I do.
He's in that. Not him for real, but there's a guy who plays Chaucer in that.
Right. Naked Man.
Right, and Chaucer's most famous tale. I forget what it's called, but it's basically a story about.
It's the Canterbury, right?
Yeah, the Canterbury Tales, which is a story about a sort of mismatched group of travelers from different walks of life, and to pass the time on a trip, they all tell a tale. And the joke is the sort of haughty upper-class knight doesn't get to tell his tale. He gets interrupted every single time, so A Knight's Tale is that untold Chaucer story.
Dang, I love that.
Yep. Another thing about Chaucer is loves fart and pube jokes.
Sick. I like it.
Reading that in English class, I was like, I am like, this is an academic setting. There's a lot of pube and fart jokes in these in these stories.
Well, in other stories, particularly detective stories, it's interesting how much can be tied to this ball of yarn. Clues can be unraveled, threads can be followed. You might be following various strands or spin a yarn if you're telling a tale. Additionally, there's a lot of, even in other languages, let's see, in Swedish, clue is ledtråd, which literally means lead or guide thread.
Oh.
In Chinese/Japanese/Korean, I don't know how that's all the same, but duanshu literally means the end of a thread. There's also someone on...
I bet it's one of those loan words that was in like a old Chinese novel or something that they just kind of all adapted.
Probably. There's also this interesting comment on a Reddit post. Somebody says there's the web UI element that we call, quote, breadcrumbs in English that shows the hierarchy of which you've gone from page to page to page, like about down to staff, down to David Davidson. We call it breadcrumbs in English as a UI interface, which is a reference to breadcrumbs, trail of breadcrumbs, to whatever those little German kids are.
Hansel and Gretel. Fatty and Fatty.
In French, that UI element is called Ariadne's thread. So the English term relates to a German fable, the French term to a Greek fable. Bizarre, but we're all talking about like the same sort of stuff here. Isn't that weird?
I gotta start carrying a ball of yarn around is what I'm learning from this segment.
Yeah, for sure.
Anywhere you go, that'll be applicable. You go to French, they'll be like, I know about that.
I know about that, yarn.
And I know about clues.
Anyway, now we're all a little bit more word-wise and world-wise. Don't it feel
Who knew by just like a small series of lingual touchstones how related Blue's Clues was to a bestiality baby that had to be hidden in a prison, a maze.
The more you know.
So, bro, they couldn't make a prison cell for bro. They had to make some sort of sick, fucked up labyrinth, I guess you would call it, to put this guy in.
Yeah,
that's
that
crazy,
sucks, man. And then poor Daedalus, man.
Him and his boy.
Him and his, like, Minos is like, hey, did you help that one guy get out and kill? Man, you're gonna be imprisoned in there now. And he's like, oh, I guess I gotta find a way to get out of this maze I made. I guess I'll make some wings. Well, you don't know how that turned out.
Yeah. Imagine, you know how pissed off Daedalus probably was watching the Wright brothers from Heaven or Hell or Purgatory or whatever the hell he ended up, Elysium. Probably he's fucking mad.
Yeah, he's a little upset.
He hates those guys. All right. I got a review to read. Thanks for cluing me into that information. Let's see. Playing the hits. So we got to get one of these on here. I'm talking about a book from Amazon. It's Lone Wolf, MM Shifter Romance, Exiled Omega's Book 1.
Let's go.
Yeah, let me get this freaky deaky cover over to Matt so he can tell us about exactly what we're working with. It's really a shame that AI has really ruined these covers. They used to be so much more full of life and whimsy.
Yeah, so we've got Lone Wolf by Tessa Kane. I don't know what's going on with Buddy's head, but it's like, it doesn't look like it belongs at all. There's something about the way it's tilted or positioned.
It's like they cut out the picture of the head and then built the rest of the picture around it in sort of like a background art sort of way.
Yeah, like his face is very photorealistic, and then his body is just very like oil painted. Or it's like if you had action figures and you were able to pop their heads off. And you've got one that's a bit more cartoony, but you put the real detailed head on him and it's a little too small and it's a little too real looking. But we've got our man here sporting some like Tom Cruise circa Mission Impossible 2 hair, like the long stuff. Maybe it was Mission Impossible 3 where he's on the motorcycle. He's in the motorcycle and everyone. What am I saying? But he's got big pecs, big biceps, big shoulders. He's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He's almost got the 12-pack going.
Yeah, he's got the thing where, like, it looks like it hurts when you have those abs that, like, cut through the bottom of your belly.
Yeah. Yeah, he is very, very cut. And he's just got, I don't know, like pajama bottoms on or something. Or like some,
he's got the Cookie Monster PJs underneath.
Some Japanese, like, I don't know, cool pantaloons. And behind him is a majestic wolf howling while the sun just gently pierces the foggy coniferous forest and the mist and the fog, and there in gold shiny letters, lone wolf with a paw print in the second W with some smoke hazing around. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, they definitely like put a model's face in an AI algorithm and then went into Photoshop and just put the nice like embroidered gold letters on top.
Yeah, for sure.
There's also some like fart smoke effects on the bottom, like under the wolf. I like those.
Very incongruous to everything else that's going on.
Yeah, it does like attract the eye in a terrible
the design,
way.
The graphic didn't go down that far, so just put something else in there.
Yeah, sunshine around his head also makes me. Not only does it look bad, like it, like a movie from the 70s when they're on the green screen. Mm-hmm. But it also is like a Jesus-like shining halo.
Yes.
Or like in paintings where there was like a Christ-like figure and they'd give them like some brightness around their head to signify it. It looks like that, except it wasn't supposed to be like that. It's just a fucking AI fuck up. But anyway.
Yeah.
Enough about how AI sucks. I know you know. Let's listen to Sue Ellen Milkovich.
Bring it, Sue.
Fantastic book, she titles it. This is a new to me author. Tessa Kane is a very talented writer with the gift of telling a story you can't put down. This is a fascinating book. Kier is a male Omega whose pack thinks he's an abomination and should be put to death. Yeah, I don't know where Omega. I know what a Beta. I know what an Alpha. I even know what a Sigma is now, unfortunately. But are Omegas like the outcast of the pack? Like they kind of like either like are the lowest or they're not the lowest like a Beta. They like stay on the outskirts. They're like, I don't know. What's an Omega wolf? I want to look right now, and we're all going to learn before we continue. Omega wolf is a term to describe the lowest ranking member of a wolf pack. Oh, because is the Beta, is that like the right hand man then?
Man, I don't know.
I guess we don't want to know. Anyway, we don't. I guess we don't like Omegas. Oh yeah, the wolf set are like they get attacked by their own pack and shit. So this is, I guess, normal. I don't know. He's Omega. He's abomination. We put to death after he is beaten and left for death. Does one pack member help him? Julian is the youngest alpha his pack has ever had. He is in Chicago when he runs across Kier. Being fated mates means nothing to Kier. He doesn't know what it means. That's when everything takes off at a breakneck pace. Get ready for a lot of running. I really love this book. I just couldn't put it down. I'm looking forward to more books by this author. I highly recommend this book. 5 stars.
You know what I don't get at all from the cover? First of all, Omega, which I'm looking at the socio-sexual hierarchy ranks. An Omega is a social outcast, mostly nerds, needy, clingy, and avoided by everyone.
So he's like an incel.
Yeah, they seem like the worst of the worst.
Nerdy ass, annoying incel was in their pack, so they kicked his ass and fucking left him in Chicago.
Yeah, that's my second point. That cover does not indicate that this is going to take place in Chicago. Not that Chicago doesn't have great parks and open spaces, but that, like, set that sucker just by the lake or something.
This just looks like the spot in Des Plaines where, like, the river always floods on the highway. There's just some shitty trees. Yes. Yeah. If you turn around, you see just, like, a suburb, regular suburbs.
The Des Plaines River just Yeah, that's exactly. It's like those pictures of the pyramids of Giza, where from one angle it looks triumphant, and then you turn the camera and there's just Starbucks and McDonald's.
Right. He's like, though, if you look in his eyes in that picture, it's a very like piercing look. He's looking at a McDonald's. He just wants a coffee so bad.
Yeah, if you zoom in, you can see reflected I-90-94.
Man, and I am zooming in on this picture, and it is terrible AI. The like chest hair is like melting into his chest.
God.
He's got like weird little like nipple hairs coming out.
You don't want that, even if you're an Omega.
That's probably why he's an Omega. He had weird little nipple hairs. They started like flicking his nips, and he didn't like it. And they're like, bro, if you don't think it's funny when you flick your nips, I guess we gotta beat you for death. That's how it feels like.
Yeah. If he would have just put a shirt on, he probably could have been a Delta. Quote, the average normal guy.
Yeah, I kind of think of myself as a Delta, man. I'm just the reliable Delta. All right, 2 rivers can flow through me.
Oh yeah.
And nothing bad will happen. I won't get beaten and left for death in Chicago. Maybe I just get to say in like Colorado Springs or something.
Oh yeah.
Sort of Delta type location.
Yeah, I think this nerd would fit in well there.
Yeah, this fucking geek. This is the most shredded geek I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's got the moodiest stares, the sickest flow on that head of lettuce right there.
Yeah, I bet they just made him the Omega because his stares were so sexy. They're like, we can't have this guy like be alpha and like have sexy stares too. Like he'd show us all up. We gotta beat him up and leave him for dead.
Him out.
In a fucking what are the Chicago area rest stops called where they're just floating above the highway?
we gotta leave him at the Oasis.
Yeah, kick his ass outside the Panda Express at the Oasis.
Oh, I can't imagine being trapped there. It's fun for a rest stop, but no.
Right, ideal rest stop. Absolutely like dystopian, horrifying location to like live your life. Yeah, that's why his fated mate Willie or whatever was like, I can't. This guy's been eating Panera bread for like 4 days straight. We gotta get him out
start
of here.
Running this off.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's a lot of running from there. They fucking turn into those Uma Musume, dude. They start just booking it down I-90.
I love that the mate is like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. We're mates? Whatever. Okay. I don't understand.
This guy's so dumb. Someone says fated mate and you can't like context clue that one out, buddy. Come on.
It's like, sheesh, whatever.
Yeah, that's just willful ignorance. No wonder this guy is an Omega. He's so annoying.
I mean, this other guy's probably an Omega too. He's like, you want to come to my like poetry jam? It's a cool little thing at this coffee shop.
Right, he hangs out with like 20 other Omegas. He just happens to be like the one with a nice car.
We go to this cafe. You have to give your phone away, and you just play board games. It's such a vibe, Chicago, man.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a deep dish pizza scene
where they just ravenously eat it, and then like the cheese is stretched out or like stringing down his cheek. Oh, let me get that for you.
And they're Omegas because they go to Illuminati's and they don't like it. Say this, I don't like this one.
Yeah, get out of our pack, man. Get lost.
Yeah, he tried Malort and he couldn't handle it, so like Omega'd out. Do you have a review?
Yeah, I do. I've got a quick one. Let me make sure this is who I think it is real quick. Jump to their profile. Oh no, this is if you're a follower of us on Instagram at reviewparty.com, you may have seen me post a review for Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, where user What's Love It Be Jeff wrote no, just no. Half the time you watch Jimmy's big booty, don't want to cuss. Head taking half the picture up or being made fun of. Little children will be scared to death by his head, but it's not that funny. 1 star. So this guy also wrote a review of Dead or Alive 3 for the Xbox.
Oh, the like big titty fighting game?
The big boopy fighter game.
Yeah.
Which he titled, I said, bounce, bounce, come on, bounce. And then in asterisk, gunshot. I don't really know what that is.
That's what, when like, you never got a boner so big you made a gunshot? No.
I had a feeling it had something to do with that. He writes, wow, this is the best freaking game I have ever played, aside Halo. You get some hot women that equal their bounce with my women. The moves are awesome, and it will be treasured for a long time. If you get it, don't rent, just buy. 5 stars.
Off the top, Dead or Alive, awesome franchise, very unique 3D fighting game. I like it better than Tekken. It does have big bouncy breast physics, pretty famous in its day for revolutionizing that system. People, no one played those games. No normal people played those games, but I feel like every kid like knew about the bouncy boobies.
Yeah, I feel like I remember reading in a Game Informer that like, they figured out how to make the boobs bounce individually.
Yep.
I was like, well, I'm not an Xbox boy, but that's interesting.
Yep, they had the volleyball game and everything. And that's the thing, there's the volleyball game is right there if you want the boob bounce, man.
Yeah. I know that was the big draw for a lot of people. The fighting was just like in the way for them.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they made the volleyball game for. Like, man, a lot of people are just buying this to jerk off and not really playing it. Maybe we should just make jerk off game.
Done.
But then they fucked around and made a really fun casual volleyball mini game.
Yeah, it turns out who was the developer on this sucker? It's like
Team Ninja. Team Ninja, which is a subsect of, I forget.
Oh, Tecmo is on the...
Yep, Koei Tecmo. That's right. Hey. They also Ninja Gaiden, same universe.
They can do some good work.
They do. That's the thing, man. I love it. They're doing Neo. Those are like sort of the new games they're doing. That's right.
Okay, yeah. Dang, I'm looking at this very pixelated, blurry back of the cover. This chick is getting like jump kicked. And, oh my god, she's getting, like, bent. She's, like, folding in half from getting jump kicked so hard. It looks sick. Like, oh, dang. Come on, image copy. I don't want to send more Fla-vor-ice pictures.
Yeah, this is, I guess, it's a little cliche, but this is definitely a game that makes you, like, feel like you're fighting, like, in an anime. Like, every punch is so huge. Every other punch you're fucking flying into a new stage. It's a maximalist. I think that's the word for it, right? Mm-hmm. It just is insane as possible.
Okay, let me just snip it.
I was literally, man, it's crazy. I was literally just bought the Ninja Gaiden Sigma collection and was playing it last night.
Sigma?
Yep, Sigma. Man, it's all coming together.
Look at that kick.
Let me see this kick. Oh man, if I'm not, that's Ayumi, I think her name is, or something, kicking Tina. And yeah, her guts are just gone. A black hole was created and sucking her guts as she flies through the snowy landscape. That makes me want to play this game so bad. That looks so cool. I want to kick someone like that.
That's what the real ones do too. They're like, I don't need to see these ladies in skimpy clothes. I only play the snowy level, so they're wearing all the clothes.
I only play as Master Chief. He was a guest fighter in one of them.
Oh, I should tell our buddy Jeff about it. He would love that.
He loves Master Chief. That's reviewparty.com. I hope you had a fantastic time. Congratulations on making it to the end of the episode. You are now in the Real Ones Club. Woo! Real Ones, new and old. I think you'll be happy to know we got new episodes every Tuesday That's right, hashtag Tuesday Reviews Day. If you'd like to be a part of the fun, you can send in a review for us to make some ha-has about. So if you ever see a funny or interesting or just out-of-pocket review, please send us an email about it with a hyperlink or a screenshot of the review to reviewparty.com@gmail.com. We'd love you to throw a nickname or a moniker on there so we can give you credit.
Yeah, we would totally appreciate it. And just so you know, the Sigma and the Alpha are equal. The Sigma male sits outside of the hierarchy by his own choice.
Oh, so he's like, listen, I could be the leader, but actually, let's let this guy tank that. I'm just going to be over here aura farming.
I'm going to be aloof for a while. Anyway, if you don't want to be aloof, if you want to be like... if you want to be all up in our business like needy omegas, you can follow us on social media at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok, like I said, at reviewpartypod on Twitter/X. You can find our stuff on Letterboxd and on YouTube, and we've got a website, reviewparty.com, where there's just so much for you to find. Blog, Blue, shop, friends. Do it. Go there.
Go. Speaking of friends, very big thanks to our buddies Nosebleeds for letting us use their jam bread for breakfast.
Woo-hoo.
You heard it throughout the episode. You're about to hear it again. If you think it's a good song, which I'm sure you do, you can listen to more good songs. Just look up a Nosebleeds on Spotify, for example.
Take a trip with me. Tell me what. Man.
Follow, subscribe, favorite, whatever the button is, wherever you listen, hit it. Review us on iTunes or wherever there's, I think Spotify does reviews now too. Mm-hmm. Since we're the review podcast, it is nice to have some nice reviews to back it up. And actually reviews, I know on iTunes they help a bunch. I'm sure they help on Spotify. If they're funny, we'll read them on the air too. Turn on notifications on Spotify. That's the last thing I'm going to tell you. And then I'm going to read a funny review.
I'm not going to say it again, okay? Except we
never.
Are.
Yeah, every week. This is a review from IMDb. It is for Sea Biscuit. That's let's click on it and say that's 2003. The Biscuit hit the scene.
I remember a few years ago, I was at a restaurant where Sea Biscuit was on the TV with the volume off, and just making up your own words to what's going on in that is an absolute joy.
Yeah, a lot happens in that movie.
Also, I don't know if you can hear, but somebody must be like going to town with a chainsaw outside. Hopefully not. But
that would be that. I think that's some funny ambiance for this last
if
review
that's
here.
Picked up, let's go for it.
But they said just a reverse Ratatouille. A man makes a horse do things it can't do on its own. Not worth it. Just watch the Pixar movie Ratatouille instead. It's the exact same story, but with food. 1 out of 10 stars.
Oh, I like that perspective, but hey, it's good to see Toby. He's so handsome and cute.
Right. Ratatouille would be great if it was Toby instead of that fucking ginger.